that means? It's the second one on the playlist?
I don't care. If it's on the Anthem playlist, it says Anthem, just play it.
Where's the white noise at?
Fieldhouse White Noise is what it's called.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You guys, here you go.
Everyone can please direct their attention to the baseline as we honor Langdon Wagner. Langdon has been a part of the team for the past 2 years. Langdon is joined by Tom Kisa and his man Wagner. Langdon, thank you for being a part of the MSJ Children's basketball program. And the gentleman, Langdon Wagner.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us tonight on the MSJ Sports Network for the final regular season basketball game from this Harrington Center. There is a chance we'll play another one on Saturday from here, but this is the only one we have left guaranteed. Tonight we have your Mount St. Joseph Lions welcoming in the Berea Mountaineers. Berea checks into this one 9-15 overall and 5-12 in the HCAC. They are in the 8th seed as we currently sit, but could theoretically drop out. They're definitely still playing to be a part of the 8-team tournament. The Lions come in 11-6 in the HCAC, currently in 4th. A win tonight would earn them the right to host the opening round of the HCAC tournament on Saturday. Could still theoretically host with a loss. Depends on what happens in the Franklin game. This is the second matchup of the year, these two squads. Back on January 14th, the Lions won down in Berea 69-61. They currently hold a 4-1 edge in the season series. Lions were defeated in their last game by Transylvania here in the Harrington Center. Tough defeat for the Lions on Matt Menninger's senior day. Griffin Derry continued his unbelievable shooting, banging in 4 threes in that ball game. Menninger added 11, and Bilton and Loftus both added 10. Berea comes in off of a 12-point loss on the road at Anderson on Saturday. The two teams coming off losses, one of them's got to get a win this evening. Quick look at the overall HCAC standings. Transylvania and Anderson tied at first, 13-4 in the league. Rose-Hulman 12-5 just behind them. So everything's still wide open for seeding in that top 3. Lions at 4th, 11-6. Trailing just by 1 game is the Franklin Grizzlies. Hanover in 6th at 9-8, Bluffton in 7th at 7-10, Berea in 8th at 5-12, Manchester in 9th at 4-13. The only team currently eliminated from an opportunity to play in the conference tournament, the Earlham Quakers, at 1-16 in league play. Quick look over at the women's game. That is also for seeding in the tournament. The Lions and Berea will play each other again on Saturday, almost no matter what. It's just a matter of where. Currently, Berea leads by 9 with 2:20 to play in the first half. Just under a minute left here on the pregame clock. We'll step away for the pregame festivities and then join you back with some starting lineups for tonight's ball game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Harrington Center on the campus of Mount St. Joseph University for tonight's HCAC men's basketball contest featuring the Berea College Mountaineers and your Mount St. Joe Lions. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you now to please rise, if possible, and remove your hats. Please face the flag to my right as we salute America and those who protect us with the playing of our national anthem. lineups for today's contest. First,
All right, we are back here as we're meeting tonight's starting lineups. For Berea, it'll be a senior 5'5" guard from Somerset, Kentucky, Andrew Jones. That's where my family's from. Don't see too many Somersets in this league. A freshman 6'1" guard from Berea, Kentucky, Zach Hudson. A 6'3" senior wing from Bardstown, Kentucky, Bryce Riley. A 6'2" guard, a junior from Clarksville, Tennessee, Tyler Moss. And a 6'2" junior guard from Harlan, Kentucky, Jaden Gist. And for the Lions, they will answer with a 5'11" sophomore guard from Louisville, Kentucky, Mike Loftus. A 6'3" junior wing from Westchester, Ohio, Jason Lavender. A 6'5" senior forward from Cleves, Ohio, playing what could be his last game in this gym, Matthew Menninger. A 6' sophomore guard from Dayton, Ohio, Joe Brand. And a 6'3" freshman guard from Fairfield Township, Ohio, Cooper Hollis. Lions are coached by Toby Garrick and assisted by Scott Bauman. The Berea Mountaineers are coached by Austin Newton and assisted by Zach Freeman. Our officials for tonight's ball game are Drew Ransdell, Lars Murray, and Matthew Stewart. We're about to get ready to go here from the Harrington Center. Lions cheering on the bench, ready to rock and roll. We'll try to keep you updated on at least that Franklin game. Try to get you all the scores in the league as we go. Trying to get those up as we speak. Big one for us here in Cincinnati. We were watching that Franklin-Manchester game. And we also have Hanover at Transy on the men's side and Anderson at Bluffton. And then obviously on the women's side, that is all flipped. All right. And we are underway as Lavender tips it back to Menninger. Lions control the tip. It's basketball time from here in the Harrington Center. Mike Loftus brings it across, gets it off to Cooper Hollis, who dribbles it back. Lions working around the perimeter. Loftus over to the right side. Berea in a zone here. I think from talking to Coach Kerrigan, we'll see zone pretty much the whole game from Berea. Lions struggled with the zone against Transylvania as Cooper Hollis tries to dribble into the paint and he turns it over. Ball over to the Berea Mountaineers. Gist brings it across, hits it to a trailing Tyler Moss between the circles who set up the offense. Moss will get a double screen, gets around it. The Lions switch it as Lavender now on Moss. Kicks it down to Gist in the corner who tries to go into the post to Riley. Riley working against Menninger, goes at a fadeaway and buries it. Now Berea will press off the make. Lions get it into Menninger on the sideline, back to Brand. Lions will try to beat the press without the ball hitting the floor. Loftus has to put it on, and he's going to dribble almost into a trap, but does a good job to pick it up. Nice backdoor cut from Lavender, who gets a head fake, gets it up, gets it to go. Jason Lavender on a nice pass from Joe Brand. Lions did a really good job with the press on that play. That foul will go against Andrew Jones. His first, team's first. I did all that getting stats up for other games. I forgot to get the stats up for our game here in Cincy. Lavender toes the line, deep breath, shoots it up, gets it to go. Lions lead by 1. Hudson inbounds to Moss. Moss will handle the point guard duties for now for Berea. Hands it off to Jaden Gist at the wing. Gets it back to Hudson, who works it over to the corner to Jones, who shoots the 3. Hits off the front of there and misses. Big battle for the rebound underneath. Riley wins it with Menninger. They work it back outside. Now kick it around. Left wing 3. Hits off the front of the rim. Lavender down with the rebound for the Lions. Lions are off and running. Loftus kicks it to the corner. Brand gets baseline. One hand pass to the top of the key. Lavender with the head fake. Gets it down to the corner and Brand. Brand shoots the 3. Oh, just rimmed out. Big battle for the rebound. We'll have a foul on the rebound attempt on Mike Loftus. Loftus does not agree with the foul call. I believe it probably should have went against Menninger. A lot of contact on that. Loftus got called for the reach. Berea will bring it across. Brand picks up Moss at the timeline. Moss gets it off to Hudson. Looking into the post for Gist. Gist, a big body guard, goes to work on Hollis, lays it up with the left hand, gets it to go. Off of makes, they are pressing every time out. Hollis picked up by Moss, gets it right back to Loftus. Loftus throws it over to Menninger. Menninger thought about attacking, and he's going to. Back tip by Moss, turns it over. Moss on the run. throws it ahead, tries to hit Jones running on a rim run to the front of the rim, throws it over his head out of bounds. Quickly into the game is Landon Kidwell. Matthew Menninger takes a seat. Lions get it in. Loftus in the middle, back to Lavender. Loftus should have time and space to beat the press and does. Gets it to Brand, to Ollis on the wing. Lions attack, nice drop down pass to Kidwell. Back out to Loftus. Straightaway three from Brand. Misses right. We have a foul on the rebound attempt. Zach Hudson was holding Landon Kidwell. Hudson's first, team second. Whistle's a little tight here early. Lions get it inbounds to Kidwell off to Loftus. Loftus rips. We'll have a second foul. It's a good call on Zach Hudson. He tries to cut off Loftus, who was trying to dribble down the line. And that's his second foul quickly. Kason Nabi checks in. 5'9" freshman guard from Berea, Kentucky. Moss. Gist. Picking up Loftus. Lions have to work it back out. 16 on the shot clock. Ollis to Lavender. Has Kidwell in the post. Throws it back. Gets it right back. Lavender will shoot the three. Bang! Jason Lavender! Good sign from J-Lav. Lions need Lav to bang in some threes. Berea working the other way. They work it around. Kind of a weave at the top of the key before they get it off to Nabi on the left wing. Nabi looking for a screen from Jones. Crosses straight over Loftus. Gets to the front of the rim. Lays it up and in. Good take by the freshman. We're tied at 6. Loftus to Brand. Brand back to Loftus as they work in the backcourt. Loftus dribbles right around Nabi. Gets downhill. We have a drop down to Lavender. Goes up, lays it up with the left hand. Gets it to go. Lions continue to attack that press and find the baseline cutter. Give Loftus the assist and Lavender the bucket. Three-point shot from the corner from Andrew Jones. Misses. Lavender down with the high rebound. Loftus. Coach Kerrigan's yelling for his team to go. Landon Kidwell's got the early seal. Berea with a miss there. Was unable to set up their press. They have him in the post again. Brand tries to manipulate the zone with the pass fake. Instead finds Loftus. Bang! Mike! Loftus gets it to go. Lions banging their second three of the ball game. Nabi handling the point guard duties now, gets it off to Gist. Jones takes it back to Nabi, right corner. He shoots the high three. Landon Kidwell comes down with the board. Lavender will bring it across. Our next stoppage will be our under 16-minute media timeout. Landon Kidwell tries to go to work. Loftus gets downhill, tries to split the top of the zone. Good job by Berea to cut him off. Lavender back to Loftus. Loftus, 12 on the shot clock, gets downhill, lays it over the right hand. Nice little floater. Kidwell down with the rebound. Almost has it taken away. Goes over the right hand, gets it to go. Good play by Landon Kidwell. Lions come out to play early. There's a handful of subs for both teams waiting to go in, putting my favorite Lion, Griffin Derry. Nabi gets it into the post to Riley. Riley spins to the middle, goes over the right hand, gets it to go. Good contest from Lav. Good finish by Riley. Brand and Loftus. Loftus dribbles into a tough spot, is able to get it across to Lavender. Loftus between the circles. Gets it off to Brand, who gets it to Ollis. Ollis around the screen from Lavender, down to Loftus in the corner. Loftus drives baseline into a tough spot, and we'll get a bump on Andrew Jones. I believe that's his second foul. We'll have our media timeout. We'll step away. Lions lead 13-8 here on the MSJ Sports Network. All right, we're back here. 14-19 to play. That was the second foul on Jones. So Berea already with 2 starters with 2 fouls, likely sitting the rest of the first half. Checking in at that break was Xavier Douglas, a 6'6" freshman forward from Gainesville, Florida. Jay Bilton in for the Lions, as is Griffin Derry, and Matthew Menninger returns for the Lions. Menninger almost turns it over an entry pass, gets it back out to Hollis. JD between the circles. As Coach Kerrigan calls for the flat ball screen. Berea in the man-to-man now, which is a little surprising. Has to kick it down to Menninger with just 6 on the shot clock. Matt's got to go to work offensively. Gets into the paint. Goes up, shoots the fadeaway. Down with the rebound is Douglas for Berea. Not a great offensive possession for the Lions. Gist brings it across. Again, the big body guard. Nabi thinks about the 35-foot-3. Instead, turns it down. Tries to go to the paint on Jay Bilton. Shoots a fall-away right-handed floater and misses it. Nabi moves really well. Hollis gets it across. They continue to stay in zone. Matthew Menninger with the wide-open straightaway 3. Bang! Matthew Menninger! Lions' third 3 of the ball game. And they've doubled up Berea here early, 16-8. Kobe Commodore is also into the game for the Berea Mountaineers. This is Nabi. He'll get a screen from Douglas. Gets it back on the roll. Douglas tries to go to work on Kidwell. Nice little stop and floater up with right hand. Coach Newton wanted a foul. And I think he probably should have got one. Jay Bilton now handling the point guard duties. Right hand dribble towards the sideline. Throws it up to Griffin Derry at the timeline. Derry jump pass up to Menninger. Menninger almost travels but gets it back to Bilton. Griffin Derry at the open 3. Bang! Griffin Derry! The young man is unbelievable from deep. Will likely set the single season record here at the Mount for 3-point field goal percentage. It's well over 50 right now. Xavier Douglas with the straightaway 3. Hits long off the iron, hits the top of the basket. And it'll come back over to the Lions. Joe Brand checks in as Cooper Hollis takes a seat. Anthony Ham will check in for Berea as Gist takes a seat. We'll also have Tyler Moss back in the ball game as Nabi takes a seat. A little bit of a different press here. It's just going to be Anthony Ham picking up the ball, 3/4 court. A little 1-3-1 zone it looks like here for Berea. Brand gets it to Bilton. Yeah, this is a 1-3-1. They're trying to trap everything. Derry in the corner dumps it down to Menninger. They are really getting after it with the aggressive defense on this possession. Derry down to the corner of Menninger. Menninger gets downhill. Had a cut and Bilton instead kicks it out to Kidwell. Kidwell down to Bilton baseline. Bilton to Brand. Brand will have to shoot the 3 as the shot clock's about to expire. Hits the front of the rim. Falls out of bounds off of Menninger. We'll have our under 12-minute media timeout. We'll step away. Lions lead 19-10 here on the MSJ Sports Network. All right, we are back here. Jason Lavender's checked back into the ball game for the Lions. Berea comes out with Douglas, Riley, Ham, Moss, and Commodore. The Lions, it's Derry, Bilton, Brand, Lavender, and Menninger. Bilton will pick up Moss at the timeline. JB almost gets the steal. Moss does a good job defending him off. Gets it off to Commodore. They work it around the perimeter. Douglas straight away. Thought about another 3. Gets Moss curling. Moss now working against Lavender. Over to Ham. Ham trying to get into the post and does. Riley, fade away. Douglas goes right over top of Bilton for the rebound. Lays it up with the right hand and in. Just a size mismatch there. And Berea back in their press with the make. Lavender will get it across the timeline. Gets it to Menninger. Menninger thinks about the three. Really good head fake from Matt. Lions will reset the offense. Brand between the circles. Right hand dribble towards the right elbow. Back to Lavender. Lavender to Derry, left elbow. Gets it into Menninger. Menninger working against Douglas. 10 on the shot clock. Back to Derry. Derry catches, shoots. Bang! Griffin! Derry! Bangs it in from about 4 steps behind the three-point line. Derry guarding Commodore now. Commodore has to kick it all the way back out to Ham. Ham pulls up, shoots a three. Rims all the way in and back out. Brand will bring it across for the Lions. Gets it over to Bilton, gets it right back. Lions working around the perimeter. Looking in at Menninger. Lavender has to kick it back to Brand. They go to the left side. Lavender in the corner. Big bump. Gets it back to Matt. Matt the Lav. 10 on the shot clock. Brand rips. Tries to get downhill. 5 on the shot clock. Gets it into Bilton. JB will have to hoist it. Hits the front of the rim. Douglas down with the rebound for Berea. Riley on the run. Being picked up by Menninger. Riley has to give it back off to Commodore. Commodore being guarded by Derry. Crosses Derry, step back, shoots it, hits off the front of the rim. Brand and Bilton actually kind of collide for the rebound. Brand comes down with it. JB will bring it across as Coach Kerrigan yells for his team to slow it down. Coming out of the halftime break down in Berea, Lions trail 27-17 in that ball game. JB dumps it down to Lavender at the baseline. Lavender could have attacked, but Douglas is a bigger player and a rim protector. Brand from the left elbow three. Bang! Joe Brand! And just like that, Coach Newton calls a timeout. We'll step away as Lions lead by 13 here on the MSJ Sports Network. All right, coming back out of that timeout, Mike Loftus back into the ball game as Jay Bilton takes a seat. Hudson's back in with those 2 fouls for Coach Newton. Moss brings it across. Hudson at the elbow. Hudson gets around a couple screens, gets downhill. They try to throw it down to Riley. Stolen by Menninger, and the Lions are on a run. Loftus. Big high dribble, goes in, lays it up through contact. Down with the rebound for Berea is Riley. Riley on the run, stopped on his way to the rim by Lavender. He goes to the right-hand floater, and it misses. Coach Newton wanted a foul. Coach Kerrigan calls out zone 2. Loftus, picked up by Moss, picks it up in a tough spot, has to go to Brand down in the corner. Hits Matt on the duck in. Matt has Derry open across the corner. Has to go to the skip pass. Matt trying to work. Has to kick it back out to Lavender. Lavender, shot clock running down. Has to go to the turnaround. Hits off the side of the rim. Douglas down with the rebound for Berea. Riley will look to attack. Manager does a good job. Lions switch the screen from Douglas. Steal from J-Lav. J-Lav on the run. Goes to the Euro step. Has it tipped. Still gets it up and goes. J-Lav wants a foul. I thought they got the ball as Moss went by. Lions lead by 15. Quick check of the other game that matters for Mount St. Joe fans. Franklin up 8 on Manchester with 8:10 to play in the first. Moss working against Brand. Gets to the rim. Will get the foul that time. Joe will pick up his first. The Mount will pick up their second. The shot went for Moss, so it'll be an and one attempt after this under 8-minute media timeout. We'll step away. Lions lead 27-12 here on the MSJ Sports Network. All right, so coming out of the timeout, Moss will go to the line to try to convert the and one. And it looks like Kason Nabi will check in for him after this free throw attempt should it go in. Left-hand shooter gets it up, and he misses. Menninger down with the rebound. Good battle with Riley down there. Berea will have to retreat after the missed free throw, and Nabi will sit down and wait on the next whistle. Loftus gets it across. It's Lavender who gets a good screen from Menninger. Lavender gets into the paint, tries to step through, gets it up at the rim, gets a foul called. I'm not sure who it's on. That foul goes against number 14, Anthony Ham. Lavender will go to the line to shoot two. Lav shoots it up, misses it. Nabi checks in as Moss takes a seat. Lav, couple big dribbles, eyes it, shoots it, makes it. And Nabi will bring it across. Picked up by Loftus. He gets it off to Ham. Ham into Douglas in the high post, who hits Hudson on the curl. Hudson shoots the three, hits off the back and misses. Brand down with the rebound off the floor. Gets it to Loftus. Loftus was looking for somebody to steal in the post. Instead kicks it back to Lavender. Lions will have to reset the offense with 20 on the shot clock. Hollis, rip baseline, back to Brand. A little bit of a slow pass, might have been tipped. Brand tries to hit Hollis cutting, instead hits Menninger in the paint. Menninger goes a right-hand floater, rims out. Douglas down with the rebound for Berea, his fifth of the ball game. Riley to Nabi straight away. Nabi dribbling it on the line, logo in center court. Gets it off to Hudson. Hudson will get a screen. Lions continue to switch everything. Deep three from Ham, and that rolls in off the front of the rim. And Berea off the make is not pressing this time. Landon Kidwell will check in at the next whistle. Loftus gets all the way in front of the rim, lays it up the right hand, gets it to go. Good screen from Brand. Nabi was in trail that whole time, and Loftus just put it all the way to the rim, got it to go. Davidson kind of at the elbow, gets it off to Riley. Riley kicks it down to Nabi. Nabi to Hudson, who head fakes on the straightaway three, gets it down. He drops it off to Douglas. Douglas tries to go to the rim, and he's fouled by Jason Lavender. Douglas will shoot a pair. Douglas to shoot two. The freshman misses it off the front of the rim. Landon Kidwell will check in. Jaden Gist checks back in for Berea. Waiting to check in is Andrew Jones. He will be checking in for Xavier Douglas. Douglas rolls it around in his hand, shoots it up, makes it. And now Coach Newton really rolling the dice. He has both of his players who have two fouls out on the floor with 6 minutes left in his first half. And Berea's in the press. Lavender has tried to get it off the Loftus. Instead, Lav will just bring it up and get it across the timeline on his own and then gets it back to Mike. Mike on the Lion logo, off to Jason Lavender on the right side. Kidwell from straight away. Rips and kicks it to Brand. Lavender on the cut in, lays it up the left hand, misses. Jaden gets down with the rebound for Berea. Coach Kerrigan is beside himself that Lavender didn't get a foul call. Now, I couldn't see it from where I'm sitting, so I am not going to comment. Nabi, between the legs, dribble between the circles. He'll shoot a deep three, misses. Down with the rebound is Riley. He lays it up the right hand. I think Lavender got a piece of that. Kidwell comes down with the rebound before traveling on his way to the floor, dumps it off to Joe Brand. Brand gets it off to Lavender, top of the key. Lavender right back to Brand. Kidwell gets the steal. He's going to work on Jones. Spins baseline. Kidwell has it knocked out of his hands on his way to the rim and misses. Good move, just couldn't finish. Nabi will get it across, gets it off to Jaden Gist, picked up by Cooper Hollis. Kicks it right back out to Nabi, who shoots another really deep three. Tell you what, Bryce Riley plays with an extremely high motor. Loftus to Brand in the corner. Hits the front of the rim, misses. Gets down with a second rebound in a row. Back tip by Olive, straight out of bounds. We'll have our, I guess we've already had our under, yeah, we've had a media timeout. So Matthew Menninger checks back in, as does Griffin Derry. Hudson will inbound to Nabi. Nabi will pick up by Loftus. Quickly kicks it over to Hudson. They're trying to throw it into Riley. Riley working against Menninger. Really like the way Bryce Riley plays basketball. Gets Matt off of the ground on a head fake. Gets all the right side. Matt walls off really well. Goes straight up and down. Made some contact. Throws it over the top to Menninger. Menninger struggles to catch it. Gets it up and in. Tough pass from Loftus. Good job for Menninger to be the receiver and then get it up to go. Nabi gets it across. Jones to Gist. Right elbow extended. He's off to Riley, who kicks it down to Hudson. Hudson gets around the screen lines. Don't switch that one. Hudson gets down to the front of the rim, goes up and finishes over Kidwell, and he'll get a foul called on Landon Kidwell. I believe that's Landon's first. Team's fourth. It'll be our under 4-minute media timeout. So on the other side of the break, Hudson will shoot the and one attempt. Lions lead 32-18 here on the MSJ Sports Network with 3:57 to play in the first. All right, we're back here after that timeout. Quick check of the game at Franklin. Manchester hanging in there. The Grizzlies of Franklin lead the Spartans of Manchester 32-25 with 2:42 to play in the first. Quick check down in Berea in the almost the end of the third quarter. Berea leads the Lions 41-27. Now just struggling to score the basketball down there. Here it'll be Zach Hudson to the line. Try to convert the and one. Left hand dribble, right hand shot. Rims out. Andrew Jones goes right over the top of Menninger to get it. Jones slipped. That's awful. That is a terrible call. Everyone in the gym knows he slipped and fell down, and Matt gets called for a foul. That's really tough. So Jason Lavender checks back in. The foul was definitely on the floor if they're going to call one. Coach Newton not real happy about it, but from my perspective, should be happy you got the foul called off. Should have been a travel. Hudson will inbound from underneath. Gets it into Nabi. Nabi to a duck into Jones. Jones to the back cut. Gets it to Ham. Ham to the corner. Nabi shoots the three. Hits the front of the rim. Cooper Hollis goes up and takes the ball away from Jones and brings it across the timeline. Kidwell with the early steal, but they decide to kick it back out to Lavender. Hollis, left elbow. Little jab step, gets a screen. Hands it off to Derry. Derry can shoot it from there, but instead kicks it back out to Loftus. Loftus to Lavender as the Lions have a size advantage on Lav. Lav will spin baseline, goes over to the left hand. Really good defensive effort there from Hudson to wall off and be straight up and down. Gist now between the circles. Jones will shoot the three. He misses off the back iron. Good hustle rebound from Ham, who gets it right back to Hudson. That's the second offensive rebound as Gist tries to go to the tip in. He misses that. Loftus comes down with it. Loftus brings it back. Lavender from straight away. This is Ollis now right in front of me. Goes to the right-hand pass into Kidwell. Kidwell spins over left shoulder on Gist, gets it, misses it, gets his own rebound, goes up again, gets it to go. Good effort there from Landon Kidwell. Had the size advantage on Gist and made it count. Nobby picked up by Loftus across the timeline. Will get a screen from Jones. Loftus, big bump there to Nobby. Nice little back cut from Gist, who lays it up and gets it to go. Coach Kerrigan not happy that Gist got that back cut. It was a really good pass from Nobby. Loftus will bring it across. They're going to try to jump. And they foul Loftus right in the middle of the floor with nobody around. Loftus gets it back between the circles. Loftus will get a high ball screen. Gets downhill, lays it up and in. He could have got called for another foul there. Nobby will bring it across. Loftus, give him 7 in the ball game. Ham now, right elbow extended. He'll get a screen from Jones. Derry goes under. Hudson now in the corner, tries to go to the bounce pass into a cutting Gist. It's kicked out of bounds, back over to the Lions. Menninger back in for the Lions. Full sale substitutions for Berea, as we'll have Commodore back in, Moss back in, Douglas back in, and Ham back in to join Riley. Actually, I think Riley's the one to check back in. Now Riley, picked up by Menninger, dumps it down to the baseline, out of bounds, as when Kobe Commodore went to catch it, he was standing on the end line. That'll give Berea a chance to set up their press. Just one true ball handler on the floor for the Lions, which is kind of odd. They typically have at least 2. And Cooper Alice is a very capable ball handler. Jones gets it across. Big bump by Loftus. That'll be a foul on Jones. Or my apologies, that's Commodore in the middle of the floor. That's his first, team 6th. Derry will inbound from right in front of us. Lions will shoot free throws on any foul the rest of the way. Alice picked up by Moss. Good screen there from Kidwell, but Alice didn't use it. They got Kidwell in the post. Kidwell does a good job to spin quickly. Baseline goes up and under, lays it on the right hand, misses. Big fight for the rebound. Good effort from Menninger, but Riley pulls it down, and he's going the other way. He'll have a little bit of a mismatch here on Derry. Really surprised he didn't put his back to the basket and take Derry to the front of the rim. Good job by Kidwell to defend that. He has to kick it all the way back out to Commodore. Does Ham. Commodore steps through, gets it off to Moss. Moss left-handed 3, bangs it in. We're under a minute to play here in the first. And as they've done for most of the first half, Berea continues to press off of makes. Kidwell hands it off to Loftus. Loftus will quickly beat the press. Kicks it to the corner of Griffin Derry. Derry shoots it. Bang! Griffin Derry! Not the guy you want to lose in the press. Griffin Derry runs to the corner and waits. Lions, if they find him, he makes it. That should have been an offensive foul probably on Commodore. Riley shoots the corner 3, he misses. Alice trying to come down with the rebound. Instead, it's Moss. Turned over. Alice on the run. Alice goes in, and he's fouled on his way to the rim. Alice will shoot 2. That foul goes on Moss. His first, team 7th. Alice was in the act of shooting, so he'll shoot a pair here. We have 17.4 left on the game clock. Shot clock's obviously off. Alice shoots it, makes it. Good sportsmanship there by Nobby and Hudson, who picked up Jason Lavender, was waiting to check in. Jay Bilton is back in, so is Lavender. As Derry and Loftus take a seat. More of a defensive lineup here for the final possession of the first half. Alice makes the second. Lions will back up. Bilton will play in the backcourt, so will Alice to force him to pick it up. Hudson gets it right back to Nobby. He'll be picked up by Bilton at the timeline. Crosses over, gets it across. Gets it off to Ham. Ham back to Nobby. Nobby, they're trying to throw it into Douglas. Instead, throw it to Hudson. Hudson gets the front rim, lays it off to Douglas. Douglas gets it up, misses it at the horn. And we'll head to the halftime break. MSJ 41, Berea 25. We'll be back in about 15 minutes here on the MSJ Sports Network.
Folks, we've got a couple of winners in the building tonight. First for the ABL speaker, Donald Harris. It's a fine. Second thing we're wrapping up tonight is a $50 gift card, and that's going to Berea Conley.
All right, we're back here. 2:40 or 2:50 left on the halftime clock. Happy to be joined by my good friend and baseball, softball broadcasting partner most of the time, Mount St. Joseph assistant AD, Chuck Murray. Chuck, what do you think of the first half, man?
Wow. Again, great offense by the Lions. Griffin Derry, I don't have any words to explain it. If he had enough attempts, he'd be leading the nation in three-point percentage, and probably by a lot.
By a lot.
I mean, I'm amazed.
He is going to set the regular season record here at the Mount for three-point percentage. It was 50%, held by Adam Getz, who was a heck of a shooter. But Griffin Derry is the best shooter I've seen here in my 10 years.
Absolutely. I've been here a long time. I didn't see a lot of basketball games in the early part of when they started in 98, 99, but I'm telling you, I've never seen anything. When he misses, it's like we're all shocked.
Surprising, yeah.
Yeah, we're like, wow.
I was telling his dad before the game, some of the ones he takes, like the one on Saturday against Transylvania where he catches it on the fast break, pivots around and bangs it in. I had to stop myself from laughing. It's unbelievable.
It's incredible. I like Landon Kidwell's minutes, and a lot of guys are really contributing today. And Berea's struggling right now a little bit offensively. For us, obviously we hope that continues.
Lions shot at 15, made 15 of 30 in the first half, shooting 50%. 64% from deep.
Yeah, I mean, that seems to be their game. I mean, they can really shoot the three, obviously with Griffin Derry as the leader, but, Joe Brand can shoot it. Jay Lab's had a good year shooting the three. Matt's hit a three tonight.
It's funny you say that. All their misses tonight, Joe Brand. He's 1 for 5. Everybody else is perfect.
Okay, but, typically that's been the way it is. And I think Mike Loftus hit a three, obviously when Griffin's in the game, you got to really pay attention. But even when he's not, everybody's capable out there of shooting the three.
I don't know how he gets open.
I don't either. I mean, I'm not a basketball coach. I don't even play one on TV. But I would like, that guy can't get out of my sight.
Chuck, we get to start up kind of you and I's Super Bowl this weekend. You'll be doing most of the baseball broadcasting, especially if this kind of result holds out here. We'll host the first round game of the HCAC tournament, and I'll bring you guys that. Chuck will be over at baseball out of Midland. Pretty exciting to get the softball season underway this weekend.
It really is. I know softball goes south, and we're going to play Otterbein out at Midland, and February, I don't know that I ever played a game February 21st. I mean, I know I played some February games, but boy, off early, but hey, you get a little break with the weather and you go for it.
Yeah, the spring break being moved is what allowed us to play this weekend. Some teams in the HCAC have already played. We'll go to Huntington this next weekend. They've already played 7 ball games, including 2 against Berea.
Yeah, I believe Berea's played 6 or 7 already.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so we're out here for the second half of action. For the Lions, it'll be the starting 5 of Ollis, Menninger, Lavender, Brand, and Loftus. Berea, I believe it's also their starting 5. So it'll be Jones, Hudson, Riley, Moss, and Gist. It'll be Moss handling it between the circles. He gets a screen. Lions are switching everything again here early in the second half. Dump down to Riley, who I really like on the post. He shoots kind of a fadeaway jumper from the baseline. Gets it to go.
Yeah, he's a good player. Watching him in the first half, solid player.
Loftus picked up full court by Moss. Not the press they were employing in the first half, but Loftus quickly gets it across. 20 on the shot clock as the Lions start their offense. Lavender with a high ball screen. Loftus to Menninger straight away. Menninger off to Ollis. Menninger slips, gets the seal, working against Jones. Big crab dribble from Matt. Matt trying to get to that left shoulder. Spins baseline, lays up the left hand, just misses. Hudson down with the rebound for Berea.
Yeah, good move, everything but the finish.
Riley on the run, gets it back out to Gist, gets to Hudson. Hudson shoots the deep 3, bangs it in.
Yeah, quick 5-0 run.
Good start for the Berea Mountaineers. A little more man-to-man pressure this half to start it for Berea. Ollis picks it up in a tough spot, is able to find Menninger, and then gets it back to kind of restart the offense. Get a high ball screen, Lavender, good crossover. Ollis gets to the front rim, he lays it up. Good contest by Gist. Berea down with the rebound. Jones might have got away with a travel on that catch. Tries to go to the baseline pass, but it's kicked out to Hudson. Hudson thought about the 3. Jones shoots the 3. Misses deep off the rim. Ollis goes up for the rebound, tips it out of bounds. It'll stay with Berea.
Tell you, the press, it's really not been very effective, Berea. We've handled it pretty well. Early in the game, we got some really nice baskets off that, but it has slowed us down a little bit to get into our offense.
Yeah, I'd like to change from the trapping press that the Lions were kind of exploiting. As Berea gets it in, Riley gets it out to Moss. With the press 20 of the shot clock, they'll reset. Right hand pass over to Gist on the elbow. Back out to Hudson at the top. Jones working against Lavender. Tries to get downhill, puts his head down. Gets to the lane, lays it up with left hand and misses. Good defense there from Lavender. Lions on the run. Brand on the elbow. Kicks it back out to Loftus, to Lavender, to Ollis as they work it around the perimeter. Loftus gets it back, continues to work it around the perimeter. Berea out of their zone now. More of a man-to-man look this half. Loftus gets straight downhill against Hudson. Lays it up with the right hand and good.
Yeah, real nice move there by Mike.
Lions needed that one to kind of stop that quick early spurt from Berea. Berea going 4 across the free throw line. They get it into Jones at the elbow. Jones to Gist on the backdoor cut. Creates space with his body, lays it up and in.
Yeah, nice job there. He was able to, like you say, create space.
Now they're trying to trap. Moss went for the steal and got a lot of Loftus. Lions quickly beat the press, and Brand lays it up and in.
Yeah, I mean, we've got really, that started in the first half with quite a few easy buckets. There's another nice easy when the Lions break the press.
Good outlet pass from Lavender there to find Brand underneath the rim by himself. Berea gets it across. Moss left-hand dribble towards the top of the key. Asking for a screen. Gets it late. Shoots the left-handed jumper. Misses. Loftus down the rebound for the Lions. Not a great shot there if you're Coach Newton. Loftus to Brand straight away. Brand dribbles. Mike goes to the back cut. They work it around the perimeter. Joe shoots a deep three. Misses everything.
Yeah. Not the shot I don't think they wanted. You talked about J-Lab before. I'd like to see him on the mound, boy. He's got a pretty strong arm.
And there's that man again as Griffin Derry checks in.
Yep.
Kason Nobby checks in for Berea. Both young men that just took what could be considered not great shots are both headed to the bench. Hudson will bring it, or Nobby will bring it across. Loftus picks him up, gets it off to the elbow. Riley thinks about the three, gets it to Hudson. Hudson misses that long. Lavender down with the board, quickly off to Loftus, who's on the run. Derry wide open in the corner again. Loftus gets fouled on his way to the rim.
Yeah, Mike went downhill really, really fast and reached in and committed the foul. I think he'll get 2 out of this.
It will be a shooting foul. That foul goes on Kason Nobby. It's his first, team's first here in the second half.
Mike's not afraid to take it in amongst the Giants at times.
Very crafty around the rim.
Yes,
finishes well with both hands. Makes the free throw, rattles it in.
Tell you, I like Landon Kidwell's moves around the basket too. He didn't finish all the time, but boy, I like his moves.
You know, my favorite thing about Landon Kidwell is how hard he's working to get better at it. He's in this gym all the time. Loftus makes both.
Yeah, one of my football chain gang members in the fall.
Landon's a great kid. Talked to his dad before the game.
Yeah, he's a good one.
He's a good kid and works hard. Loftus makes both. Lions with a little bigger lineup than they usually play with Lavender, Menninger, and Kidwell out there. Jones gets a big bump by Kidwell. Kidwell with a late closeout.
Tell you, Blake, this is one of the only teams this year that I've seen where we're height-wise, we're not really overmatched.
Until this Mr. Xavier Douglas checks in.
Nice.
Xavier Douglas, the 6'6" freshman out of Gainesville, Florida. He's a big kid. Lions chasing everything. That's got to be close to a 5-second violation.
Yep.
Have to throw it out to Douglas all the way to the timeline. Riley goes to the head fake. Menninger guards it well. Nobby, left-hand dribble down to the paint.
Yep.
He gets a tough foul on Loftus running to the paint. I like Kason Nobby's game. Got a chance to be a pretty good point guard for Coach Newton in the Berea Mountaineers.
Yeah, really, he took it right to the hole. He was able to beat Mike.
Nobby will shoot 2.
Yep.
Isaac shoots it, misses it off the front of the rim. Jay building into the game as Loftus takes the seat. 16:06 to play here in the game. Lions lead by 15. Jason shoots it, makes the second. That'll give Berea a chance to set up their press. They get it into Derry. Derry back to Lavender. Lavender kind of the second ball handler with this unit. No Brandon, no Alice on the floor. Lions get it across the timeline with time to spare. 20 on the shot clock. Bilton will kind of start the offense from the logo in the center court. Gets a high screen from Kidwell. Kid back to Manager. Matt gets the slip there, gets it on the block. Derry open, shoots the three. That got tipped.
Yep.
Down with the rebound is Xavier Douglas. Good close out there from Hudson.
Yep. Oh, boy.
Wide open under the rim is Riley. Nice find from Hudson. Kind of surprised. I thought Coach Kerrigan might call a timeout on that one.
Yeah, I guess waiting for the media.
Matthew Manager will bring it across. He'll be picked up by Douglas as Brand comes back to check in. Jay Bilton now between the circles. Bilton hands it off to Derry. Derry to Kidwell. Kidwell rips through. Off to Bilton. Sets a good screen. Bilton has to back away. Stops at the free throw line. Shoots it. Not a great looking shot from Jay Bilton. Jaden Gist down the rebound for Berea. Hudson gets it to Nobby straightaway three. Probably got away with a walk on that catch.
Yeah, not probably.
Everyone in the arena thought so, at least.
What?
Lavender picked up by Gist. Has to get it to Manager. Manager cut off by Gist. Picks it up in a corner. Throws it to Lavender between the circles. Landon Kidwell, top of the key. Nice duck in pass to Manager. Manager lays it over the right hand, gets it to go. Nice pass.
They've done a really good job against the press. Berea really puts a lot of pressure on you. They've done an outstanding job.
Coach Kerrigan earlier today said that would be a big key for this team. Casey Nobby really close to stepping on that timeline. Gets it off to Douglas between the circles. Berea post player. Gets it back to his point guard. Off to Hudson on the left elbow. They're trying to throw it over the top to Riley. They do. Nice catch, fade away. Really good shot from Riley. Coach Newton calls a timeout. So 13:57 to play. Lions lead by 9 here on the MSJ Sports Network. All right, we're back here as Berea's cut it down to a single-digit game with just under 14 minutes to play here. Outscoring the Lions 15-8 here in the second half, Chuck.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard for teams to play with big leads. You know that the team's probably going to make a run and maybe play a little tentative.
The way Berea presses, it could cut into it quickly. Lions done a great job only turning it over 2 times in this ball game. Coming out of timeout, it's Bilton, Brand, Derry, Manager, and Kidwell for the Lions. Bilton into Manager, right back to Bilton. They're going to try to trap at a spot. The Lions do a good job to get it across in a spot that can't be trapped. Joe Brand to Manager straight away. Manager back to Brand, right elbow. Nice little post cut from Kidwell. Kidwell kicks it back to Bilton. 10 on the shot clock. JB will have to go to work. Gets a screen. Bilton gets downhill, kicks it to Brand. Brand shoots the 3. Misses it long. Rebound ends up finding Kidwell. Griffin, Derry's hands. Bang! Griffin, Derry! And Mr. Douglas got hurt on that rebound attempt. So we'll have an official's timeout. We'll step away for this timeout here on the MSJ Sports Network. All right.
Calling a timeout.
I think they're going to make that the media timeout because we had the floating timeout called on the Berea timeout. I believe that becomes our under 16-minute media timeout. So once again, we'll step away here on the MSJ Sports Network as the Lions lead by 12 with 13:20 to play. All right, Chuck, 13:20 to play. Griffin Dairy just bangs in another one.
Yeah, that Berea makes a nice little run, and, you know, he hits it to momentarily stop that run. But, again, we talked off air. When he misses, we're surprised. I've never seen anything like it.
Amazing stat in this ball game. As we talked about, the Lions done a great job at the press. 13 assists on 19 made baskets.
Yeah, that's what you want. They share the ball really nice and look for the open man.
Outside of Dairy's three that was blocked, Joe is still the only one to miss one.
Right.
Berea will inbound as Xavier Douglas was able to get off the floor on his own power.
Good to see that.
Tyler Moss gets it across, being picked up by Jay Bilton. Gets it to Jones at the top of the key. Jones to Riley. Riley steps back, shoots the deep three. Good closeout by Lavender. Good rebound by Dairy. Lavender will bring it across. Picked up by Riley. Gets a good screen from Bilton, top of the key. Tries to go to Brand on the back cut. Lavender's going to maybe go to work here as they kind of cleared out the side for him. Dairy thought about it. Oh, tough entry pass. Yeah. Good cut from Kidwell. Just didn't have enough pace on that pass. Jones gets it back out to Commodore. Commodore stops, spins in the lane, gets it back to Moss. Moss shoots the left-handed three. Misses it off the right side. Brand down with the rebound. And Andrew Jones will get called for his third foul of the ball game. Cooper Ollis back into the ball game for the Lions. And I believe it is Anthony Ham into the ball game for Berea. Berea back in that press. Oh, it doesn't look like the trapping variety this time. Lavender will get it across. Picked up by Riley. Dribble handoff with Ollis. Ollis dribble handoff with Brand. Back to Bilton. Lions working it around, weaving it at the top of the key. Kidwell at the elbow. Jones tried to knock it away. Bilton to Brand. Brand down to the paint and Kidwell. Kidwell is being wrapped up. We'll have a foul on Tyler Moss. Matthew Menninger checks back in. It's Moss's second, team's third. Also have Case and Nobby back into the ball game. They get it into Lavender. Lavender off to Bilton. Bilton tries to rip and go baseline. Has to come back to Menninger, top of the key. Menninger off to Ollis. Ollis, good head fake, gets downhill. Brand in the corner. Joe Brand misses that one. Tough shooting night for Joe, but he keeps taking good ones. Yep. Riley down with the rebound for Berea and on the run. Lots of crossover dribbles. Didn't go much of nowhere. Gets it down to Jones in the post. Jones being guarded by Brand. Brand doing a good job physically down there, but a good finish by Jones. Just a mismatch.
Yeah, just a little bit of a mismatch. Joe held his ground there for a second or two, but nice play.
Building in the backcourt. He hands it off to Brand when he crosses. Brand off to Lavender. Here's that weave again. Ollis to Menninger at the elbow. Jones got away with another foul. Brand thought about the corner three. Tough shooting night. And the other night he takes that.
Pass.
We have another foul on Andrew Jones. Are they going to report the foul?
I guess we're going to do a media again.
That's a Berea foul on number 0, Andrew Jones. His fourth, team's fourth here in the second half. Our under 12 media timeout. Lions lead by 10 here on the MSJ Sports Network. All right, Chuck, we have a final from Berea, 61-49. The Mountaineers get that big win and will likely, I don't have the exact matchups in front of me, it'll likely be a rematch on Saturday down in Berea.
I think you're exactly right. In a 20-point margin, I know that the Lions thought they let one slip away up here against them and then to go down there and just really, let's face it, Berea took it to them. So they'll get one more shot at them, as you said, I think, on Saturday back at Berea.
Lions get it inbound to Manager. Manager throws it right back to Lavender on the post. Lavender trying to go to work, goes over to right shoulder, lays it up soft with the left hand. Couple friendly bounces and it goes.
Very soft touch.
Lions just 16 of 60 from the field in that ball game down there.
Yeah. He's not going to win in many games.
Kobe Commodore gets into the post, kicks it back out to Jaden Gist. Nobby, left hand dribble back towards the top of the key. He'll get a screen from Riley. Good job by Bilton to avoid it and to knock out the entry pass. Just 6 on the shot clock.
Yeah, good defense. One thing I've noticed about Jason Lavender over the years, he's really done a nice job using both hands. He's really developed that left hand.
Hudson back into the ball game for Berea. They throw it into him. He gets a little right-hand floater of his own to go. Lots of contact on that one. Ollis picks it up in a really tough spot, has to throw it ahead to Joe, and we'll get a foul on Anthony Ham trying to reach in and tap that one away.
Yeah, Blake, I think the folks out there might know I'm a little older. This is a lot rougher basketball than it used to be 30, 40 years ago. I mean, it's very physical. But I think that's the way the coaches like it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Manager tries to hand it off to Lavender. Eventually does. Lav looking to contest. Hudson swipes at it. Lav gets downhill. Euro step. Bully ball. Lays it up and in. Yep. Lav up to 15 in the ball game.
Keep that lead double digits.
Berea gets it across the timeline. Nobby crosses over on Bilton. Tries to get downhill. Stops. Shoots a little fall away. Hits everything but the bottom of the net. Ollis secures the rebound.
Yeah, good box out. Cooper not doing a lot scoring here lately, but you can do things to help your team.
We'll have a foul, I believe, on Jaden Gist away from the ball, holding Jason Lavender. Thought we might have got one of those at the top of the key, but they waited till it got a little closer to the rim.
That stuff's happening on both ends.
I tend to agree with Coach Newton. Manager will inbound with 20 on the shot clock. Throws it over top to Lavender. Boy. Hudson tips it. Lav is able to run it down.
You can dribble. Yep.
Lav puts it on the ground. Gets downhill. Lays it up with the left hand. Misses. Ollis goes to the tip. Eventually comes down the rebound. Loose ball. Manager to the first of the floor. Throws it out. Brand gets it. And Hudson will get the takedown. We just did wrestling a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. You know, to be honest with you, it worries me when they let it get this rough that something like that could happen.
That foul goes on Zach Hudson, his fourth. Oh, it's third, my apologies. So it's a 1-and-1 for Joe. Brand shoots it up, gets it to go. After struggling early in the year with his free throws, Joe's been really good of late.
And the Lions are going to be in the bonus the rest of the game. That's big. And eventually the double bonus.
Brand, 2 big dribbles. Up, shoots it, gets it to go. Loftus will check back in as Bilton takes a seat.
Coach Kerrigan seems to go kind of with a hot hand there. Tonight it seems to be Mike more than Bilton, but there's other nights it's been Bilton. So Mike's getting the majority of the minutes tonight.
Nobby brings it across for Berea. Gets it off to Jaden Gist at the elbow. Jaden head fakes. Has to kick it out to Riley. Riley back to Nobby.
Uh-oh.
And we'll have a technical foul on Newton, Coach Newton. We'll have a common foul on Hudson.
Drew, there was no contact whatsoever. No, there wasn't.
And then we'll have, so Cooper Ollis is going to shoot the technicals and makes the first. And then afterwards, I believe it'll be Menninger to shoot the 1-and-1. Or the Lions just get the ball back. It's a loose ball defensive foul. Ollis makes them both. So it'll be Mount basketball.
I can understand the frustration, but the official really had no choice. He had to bang him there.
walking the line towards the second one.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to get a lot more rope. They're not going to want to toss him.
Yeah. Andrew Jones back into the ball game. Hudson takes a seat.
In the meantime, they stretch the lead to 16.
Berea going to turn up the pressure here. But actually, they're going to retreat out of it. It's surprising to me. When I think they're going to turn up the pressure, they don't. When I think they're going to relax, they press the heck out of you. Lions working around trying to get it into Menninger on the block, and they do. Menninger right-hand dribble.
He grabbed his shirt. No call.
Matt is beside himself. Straightaway three from Riley, misses left. Olives catches it on the run. He might attack here, but no, he does. I thought he would try to kick it back out, and he actually eventually does. Gets it to Loftus. Loftus to Lavender. Lavender gets downhill. Tries to go to the head fake. Riley doesn't bite, has to kick it back out. Right back to Lav. They want to dig. Lav spins baseline, lays it up. No call on that one either. Nobby down with the rebound for Berea. Jaden Gist has to kick it back to Nobby. Riley, right elbow, throws it into Gist. Back to Riley. Riley misses just off the front edge of the rim. Ran down with the rebound. Coach Kerrigan wants his team to slow it down. And they do. Loftus will get it across. Good job by Gist to get around the screen from Menninger. Loftus gets into a tough spot and misses. Jones.
Yeah.
Not foul go against Jason Lavender. So it's his second. Team's just third here in the second half. We have our under 8-minute media timeout, so we'll step away. Lions lead by 16 here on the MSJ Sports Network. All right, Chuck, we're back here. That foul right before the break went on Jason Lavender. Just the team's third, so no free throws here for Berea. Though inbound from underneath their own basket. As you said, Lions on a little bit of a spurt here. They got down to 9. They stretched it back out to 16.
Yeah. Comfortable, but not totally comfortable.
Throw it into Riley. Riley going to work on Menninger. Lions double him. Dumps it down to Jones. Good pass there from Riley. Jones lays it up and in with the left hand. Lions get it into Brand. Brand. Good job to pick it up and pass it ahead to Loftus. And Loftus with a smart move to pull it back out. Lions will be smart to use as much shot clock as they can on every trip. Cooper Ollis now left elbow. Hands it off to Lavender from straight away. Menninger at the elbow. Lavender at the right corner. Loftus has to get downhill late. Shot clock lays up the right hand, misses. Menninger with a huge offensive rebound. Lays it back up and in. Matthew Menninger. Give him 9 in the ball game, Chuck.
Love the way he plays.
He plays the same no matter what the score is, no matter what the team's record is. Matt's been a fantastic player. Jones shoots the 3 and bangs it in. Big shot there from Berea.
Yeah, they're just kind of hanging around. They're still in it.
Loftus gets it across, beats the trap quickly. And there's that veteran presence from Menninger. He's wide open in the corner, throws it back out to waste the clock. Matt will go get it as they go 5 up. Working against Jaden Gist. Hands it off to Brand. Looking to get it back. Loftus, top of the key. Just 5 on the shot clock. Loftus will stop and shoot the deep 3. Kind of a late shot clock have to there.
Yep.
Riley down with the rebound for Berea. Nabi, right elbow extended. Gets it back to the top of the key. Gets it to Jones at the elbow. Nabi from straight away. Back to Jones. Jones rips, trying to get baseline. Kicks it back to Ham. Nabi straight away. Riley from the right elbow gets a big screen from Gist. Riley gets down into the post. Good double there from the Lions. Gist cuts. Good contest from the Lions. Menninger down with another tough rebound.
Really good rebound there by Matt.
Really good contest from both him and Jay Lev, and then a great rebound to finish the defensive possession. Loftus between the circles, off to Menninger right elbow. Lavender straight away. Alice left elbow. Looking into Menninger, and he gets it to him on the block. Matt will go to work. Goes over the left shoulder. Good job by Gist to go straight up there and defend that well.
He made that a tough shot.
Nabi tries to throw it over the top. Hits off the backboard down to Lavender. Lions will have numbers if they want it, but they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Lavender's going to kick it to the back to Joe Brand. Joe shoots the deep three. Joe's
not the best. Coach Kerrigan's not going to be happy with that.
If that's Griffin Derry, you're okay with it.
And Joe's a good shooter too, but you know, when you're up 13, you might want to milk the shot clock a little bit, but Joe felt it.
Trio subs in for Berea. Kobe Commodore, Tyler Moss, and Zach Hudson back into the ballgame for the Lions. Griffin Derry, Cam Craig, and Jay Bilton, and Landon Kidwell. Four subs for the Lions.
Like a hockey.
Coach Kerrigan doesn't usually do that. Riley being guarded by Cam Craig to Jones, top of the key. They're going to go back to Riley. Riley's going to try to step into a three. Good closeout from Cam Craig. Deep three there from Commodore. Riley down with the offensive rebound. Has it tipped away, throws over top to Jones. Cam Craig will get called for the foul. 34, my apologies, that goes against Kidwell.
Yeah.
Kidwell's third, team's fourth here in the second half. Jones shoots it up, makes the first. Berea just 3 of 7 from the line in this ball game. Rebounds dead even. Shoots it up, missed it off the front of the rim, tipped out. Moss gets it down to Riley. Three-point possession there for Berea. We have a timeout from Berea. Coach Kerrigan having a lengthy conversation with our officials. We'll step away. Lions now lead by just 10 with 4:28 to play here on the MSJ Sports Network. All right, 4:28 to play. Lions lead by 10. Jay Bilton will inbound.
Yeah, still within striking distance.
Guys, we put it at 4:25 and 27 on the shot clock. 4:25 and 7 on the 27 on the shot clock.
We must have forgot to start the clock or something.
So 7 on the shot clock.
Got to go to 27.
So we have a shot clock malfunction on the Lions basket. It is not resetting, so the only shot clock we have is on the right basket as we sit here. So Jay Bilton gets it into Ollis. Ollis gets it back to Bilton. Lions with only a 2 to get it across, and they do. Barely. Ollis now back to Bilton. Big pressure here from Berea. Lions working around the perimeter. Ollis will shoot the deep 3. Bang! Cooper Ollis!
That's good for him to get that for a lot of reasons.
Berea brings it across. Jones, right elbow, kicks it off to Nagog, and he bangs in the 3. Answers it right away. Bilton inbound, gets it into Ollis. Coach Kerrigan still has all 3 of his timeouts left. Ollis is going to have to put it on the floor. Gets it off to Craig, gets it right back. Ollis gets it on the run. Wisely pulls it back out. Cam Craig baseline. Spins to the middle. Almost traveled, gets it into Kidwell. Kidwell go to work. Kicks it back to Craig in the corner. Craig will shoot it with 9 on the shot clock, and he bangs it in. Cam Craig just into the game. He bangs in a big 3.
They make a run, and we make a big 3.
Moss gets it off to Nagog. Gets it back to Moss. Moss kicks it to Jones. Jones off the front of the rim. Bilton comes down with the rebound.
Milk a little clock here, Blake.
3:05 to play. Bilton around a screen from Craig. The Lions could have got a hand check on Moss, but said shoots the mid-range jumper, bangs it in. Lions quickly out to 15.
I think we're back synchronized here, it looks like, on the shot clock and game clock.
We have a turnover on Berea, back over to the Lions.
This be a media timeout. Coach asked media, and I think they're saying no. So just magically, or you might have did something to...
I have no idea. I was already thinking about how me and Coach Carrick would have to climb over there and try to figure it out tomorrow. Ollis in the backcourt turns it over and commits a bad foul.
That's the first really bad turnover we've had against the pressure.
It's only the 4th turnover of the ball game for the Lions,
That's
Chuck.
fantastic to be able to take care of the ball like that against this type of pressure.
Coach Kerrigan did a good job to get his starters a few minutes there. And this second unit has kind of even stretched the lead.
Yeah.
And Nobby misses the first.
The old hockey almost 4 for 4 here. Who's going to stay? It looks like
Bilton. It'll be Lavender, Menninger, Bilton, Brand, and Loftus in the ballgame for the Lions.
So they're going to play the 2 guards here as they need maybe ball handling here down the stretch.
And Joe is a very capable ball handler as well. Nobby makes the second. With 2:35, it's a 14-point game. Again, a lot on the line here for this. As the Lions win, they will be the 4 seed and host on Saturday, most likely the Franklin Grizzlies. Bilton gets it off to Loftus. Just 3 left on the shot clock to get across. Got to throw it over, and does.
Yep.
Menninger, they just beat the shot clock. Coach Newton in front of us was pointing at it, thinking they were going to get the 10-second violation. The Lions can waste shot clock here and not let Berea score with the clock stopped on their own. They should be able to milk this one away. Matt throws it up at the rim, gets it off the rim. Lavender with the rebound, and they kick it back out. They'll get to waste another 20. We're under 2 minutes to play here in the ballgame. And it looks like, as you said before, our second shot clock has repaired itself, which is unbelievable. Loftus to Menninger, top of the key. 6 on the shot clock, off to Bilton.
And then they get a late foul. That's even better.
Hudson will commit his 5th. He doesn't agree with it.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a whole lot of contact.
Yeah.
So Bilton will go to the line to shoot 2.
Double
I had to
bonus.
look up and see how many fouls there were. 2 shots due to being in the double bonus. So Bilton, he can make both. Oh, everything but the bottom of the net. As it rims out for JB.
Hey, tell Gist, he's the 2. Tell Gist he's the 2.
Bilton shoots it up. Rolls off the front of the rim. Soft rip. Roll off the back of the rim. They get it to go. Nobby will bring it across. Picked up by Bilton. Into the corner and Riley. Riley to Gist straight away. Gist over to Ham. He shoots the three, misses. Brand goes up with one hand, tips it.
Yeah.
Lavender secures the rebound. We're under a minute 30 and the Lions lead by 15. Chuck, that should be enough.
I would think so. Yeah,
Loftus
they're not
gets it
fouling,
across.
so.
They're trying to trap, but they're not fouling.
Right.
Bilton does a good job to use some clock and get around.
Yeah, even if you don't get a shot up, you've wasted it all the way down to almost a
Flat
minute.
ball screen. Bilton gets in the paint, drops
Good
it down to
pass.
Lavender, gets it to go. Gist brings it across. Lions lead by 17 now with under a minute to play, and I'm pretty confident that'll get it done. We'll try after the game to bring you a couple. Nice
shot.
take there by
Yeah,
Nobby.
was a nice
Could have been
shot.
an and one. Bilton,
Yeah.
a lot of contact. The timeout for a sub. Kobe Commodore checks back in. So they are out of timeouts at this point. They get it into Loftus. Loftus picked up by Commodore. Berea not fouling. They will continue to trap to try to make it tough. Lions working around the perimeter. Brand will hold for a bit. Kick it back to Loftus on the logo at center court. Flat ball screen for Menninger. Oh, tries to dump it down. Steal by Nagog. Berea between each other will have a layup there by
Smart not to foul.
Commodore. As long as Lions get an inbound, get it across, that should be the ball game. To get it into Brand. Brand hands it off to Loftus. Loftus throws it across to Menninger. Lions should be able to dribble out the clock. They throw it back to Brand.
Oh, he's going to come after him, he says.
Brand will have to dribble it. Gets it back to Bilton. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the ball game for the Lions. They move to 12-6 on the regular season in the HCAC. That's a heck of a year for them,
It
Chuck.
really is. They've done an outstanding job. 12-6. I think fourth place will be by themselves.
Correct.
And like you say, host
Well,
on
if
Saturday.
you need to go look at the Rose game. Let's do some research, see what Rose Holman did tonight. Look around the HCAC and see what the.
Yeah, we split with them, so then if we tied with them, I guess we'd go to the NPI, assuming.
We don't have a men's game on the Rose Holman side, so we'll go to Rose Holman's
Oh,
website.
I think they played last night.
Did they?
I think they did. I think they played Earlham last night. I don't know why they played on. Must have been some class thing.
They have
for
them
Rose
at
or
12-5 on the regular season.
I think they played Earlham last night.
13-5. So yeah,
Yep.
that'll be. Lions finish 12-6, so they will finish in alone for fourth. Looks
Yep.
like playing the Franklin Grizzlies.
Game time TBA on Saturday.
We're going to try to bring you interviews with Coach Kerrigan and a player or two here after this game. Chuck, we were alluding to this before I tried to look at stats. If you would have asked us before the season if the Lions would finish fourth, they were picked to finish seventh or eighth, and then first weekend of the year, Lauren Hill, you lose Colin Buck,
Right.
who had a chance to be a phenomenal player. You lose him for the year, and they've done an unbelievable job. This is one of Coach Kerrigan's best coaching jobs of his career here at the Mount.
There's no question about it. They've done a fantastic job with this team. Now, arguably, they played two really good teams at Lauren Hill, but the games were kind of lopsided. They were tight for a half or so, but you could see that there was something there. Some of these young guys, one senior. Max, the only senior. And this team, not only this year, but in the years to come, I can't say enough about him and Scott, what they've done with this team. And to finish fourth and, really beat Franklin, beat Rose, be very competitive with Anderson and Transy. They should be very proud of their
Hanover.
Swept Hanover, which is a very good team. So, yeah, I agree. And you know me, I'm a Coach Kerrigan fan. I think he's an outstanding coach, one of the best coaches, not only in the conference but in the country.
I completely agree. Quick rundown of the stats. Lions finished 26 of 57 from the field, 46%, 50%, 10 of 20 from three. They actually out-rebounded Berea 31-29. 17 assists on 26 made baskets, and the biggest number in this ballgame, just 5 turnovers, despite that pressure.
Yeah, we mentioned that multiple times, especially in the second half here, that they've made a lot of easy baskets off of the pressure, and Berea comes after you too, and they don't slow down, and they did a really good 5 turnovers. I'm sure Coach Kerrigan would have loved if he knew before the game we're only going to have 5 turnovers. He'd take that in a heartbeat.
Lavender leads the way with 17, going 7 of 12 from the field, 1 for 1 from deep, added 6 boards. Menninger with 9, Brand with 7 points and a team-high 7 rebounds. Loftus with 11 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Cooperales with 7. Jay Bilton, 3 off the bench. Griffin Derry, 12, 4 of 5 from 3, and the only one he missed was blocked.
Yep.
Cam Craig hit the big 3 late in the corner, and you said it before. Landon Kilwell gave him some great minutes off the bench in the post. Finished with 4 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists for the big fella.
Yeah, I really like his future. I mean, he's going to help him on Saturday, but I really like his future down the road. He almost reminds me of like a Kevin McHale down there with his moves and stuff, and I think he's got a chance to be a really good one.
And hopefully, you get Colin Buck back next year. You add in another solid recruiting class.
And all of a sudden,
this could be turned around in a hurry for Coach Kerrigan and the Lions.
Absolutely.
So we'll step away here real quickly as I get stats pronounced, and then we'll be right back with Coach Kerrigan. And I honestly don't know what player he's going to bring this week. I'm excited to see. So we'll be back here on the MSJ Sports Network.
One would be great, but again, if they play later, I'll just tell some of the, we'll talk about some other track. They told every night so you might have a while. We'll make it. I had fun. I'll tell you.
Yeah, it was good to have somebody changing up.
No way. Good.
Hey, Griffin Derry, who has to put it up?
My God. Brought my God.
Put that on, Griff.
All right, we're here back from the Harrington Center, wrapping this thing up. We're here with Lions freshman Griffin Derry. Griffin, man, do you ever miss?
Yeah, all the time.
You do? Talk to your dad before the game. It was really cool to talk to him, and obviously you talked to me about your grandpa. If he's out there listening, thank you, sir, for listening and all your kind words. How fun has this year been for you, your first year in college?
It's been really fun.
Yeah?
It's been a lot of fun.
How fun is it to know you got the green light from anywhere in the gym?
It's fun. I mean, I got to be careful not to shoot too much. I always try and pass it some and take the open looks for sure.
I think that's actually, and I've told this to Coach Kerrigan off the air, my favorite thing about you this year has been the fact that you don't take many bad ones. When you take a 3, it's usually a good look. You came into the year, early you weren't playing a ton, and you've kind of found your role on this team as the season went. I mean, what is the kind of ceiling for your role with this group? What do you think it is?
Just come and make some threes, maybe distract the defense, give my teammates open looks.
We talked about it, me and you, actually today at lunch a couple times when you're wide open and you're not found by your teammates. Is that ever frustrating?
No, they do a good job finding me. Can't get mad at them.
I love it. Cooper, my apologies. Griff, I can go ahead and tell you this now. You're going to finish the season as the single-season record holder for three-point percentage made. He'd have to miss 15 of them next game to not win it, Coach. So you'll have that under your belt. Congratulations. It's a lot of fun to watch you play. I told your dad before the game, I almost laugh when you miss because I'm so surprised. Congratulations, Griff. We'll see you again on Saturday, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be joined by Coach Kerrigan. Coach, first off, congratulations on the win. Basically official at this point. You finished 4th in the regular season. Franklin did win. They ended up beating Manchester pretty soundly. If I would have told you going into this game with the way that Berea plays defense, the way they're all over you, the way they press the whole time and in that zone, They get after it. You'd only commit 5 turnovers. How happy would you be?
Guys did a good job of taking care of it for sure. Used the pass fakes and shot fakes a lot, which got them good looks and got them open. So yeah, that's pretty good. 5 turnovers, pretty good.
And it's something that late in the season you guys have had a couple runs where you struggled with it a little bit, taking care of the basketball. Your really good run in the middle of the year, you did a great job with it, and you lost it a little bit there at the end. Does that give you hope going into the conference tournament that, maybe you guys have fixed that a little bit?
I hope so. But hope's not a strategy. But you turn it over now, you'll be done. So you're right. Last couple games before tonight, we didn't take care of the ball and we got beat, and that was a lot of the reason why we made too many mistakes. So I listened a little bit of Griff right there. Believe it or not, I was getting on him about getting blocked from 3. So
yeah, it looked like a good look from here, but I couldn't see how close the closeout was. Another big key tonight, Jay Lav had a phenomenal ball game, and he's had a couple of tough ones the last couple times out. How good is it to see one of your leaders, one of your older upperclassmen play like that?
Yeah, I mean, he was playing through some contact too. There was probably a couple maybe I thought he should have got to the foul line, but that's part of it right now, and it won't be any different the rest of the way out. So yeah, he did a great job of being strong with it. Let me see. He had 0 turnovers. The last couple games, he's kind of gotten it knocked out of his hands a little bit, and so for him to do that, because I thought it was pretty physical in there today, is really good.
Coach, you guys had 17 assists on your 27 made baskets. Is that a stat that is very important, especially when you play a team that presses like this? That's attacking the press, a lot of dump downs to the baseline. Is that part of the strategy going into a game like this?
Sure. When guys will not try to do too much, hit open guys, make easy plays, it'll lead to not turning it over and shooting a high percentage, which we did. And so, like the one we talked a little bit a couple days ago in practice about when Griff and Joe are out on the perimeter, like if I was the point guard, like my radar needs to be 100%. Up, right? And so Mike did a great job in the first half. He found him in the corner, and so that was really good.
How fun is it to watch Griffin Derry shoot a basketball?
He can shoot. He can shoot the leather off of it, man.
I'll say this.
Do they make them with leather anymore?
I don't know.
Synthetic?
Joel was a great shooter. I don't know if he could shoot with Griffin Derry.
I'm not telling you said that.
I'll tell him I said that.
No.
Coach Carey, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on a fantastic regular season. And we'll see you again on Saturday here in the Harrington Center.
Thanks, Blake.
For Coach Kerrigan, for my partner, Chuck Murray, thanks for joining us tonight here on the MSJ Sports Network.